On the eastern edge of the Sahara Desert, 14 kilometers southwest of modern Cairo, sits the largest stone monument human beings have ever built. The Great Pyramid of Khufu. Originally 147 meters tall, it is composed of approximately 2,300,000 stone blocks, with an estimated total mass of 6 million tons. Some of the largest interior blocks weigh 80 tons. The pyramid is aligned to true north with an error of less than 0.04 of a degree. Its base is level to within 2 centimeters across 230 meters of side length. It was the tallest structure on Earth for 3,800 years until the Lincoln Cathedral spire surpassed it in 1400 AD. Construction took approximately 20 years. It was completed around 2560 BC. The Egyptians had no iron tools, no mechanical lifting equipment, no wheeled vehicles to speak of, no mathematics beyond basic geometry and arithmetic. They had bronze chisels, copper saws, wooden levers, and stone hammers. With those tools and a workforce of perhaps 25,000 people working for 2 decades, they built the largest construction project in human history. For most of modern history, we believe they could not have done it without slaves, alien technology, or some lost engineering knowledge. The latest archaeology has rewritten the story. The mystery is not who built the Great Pyramid. We know exactly who built it. The mystery is how they organized themselves to do it. To understand the construction, you have to understand the Old Kingdom. Egypt in the 26th century BC was at its political and economic peak. The Old Kingdom had unified Egypt from Aswan to the Mediterranean about 5 centuries earlier. The economy was based on the predictable annual flooding of the Nile, which deposited rich silt across the floodplain. The government collected agricultural taxes in the form of grain. The grain stockpile, controlled by the pharaoh, could feed enormous workforces during the agricultural off-season. The labor force for the pyramids was probably not slaves. The discovery in 1990 of the workers' village at Giza, a sophisticated planned settlement immediately south of the Pyramid Plateau, has revealed who the actual workers were. Skeletal evidence shows the workers were well-fed Egyptians who received daily rations of beef, bread, and beer. They had access to medical care, including evidence of surgical interventions. They were buried in dignified tombs near the pyramids. They were paid laborers, not slaves. The workforce was organized into work gangs of approximately 2,000 laborers each. Each gang was further divided into divisions and crews. The crews competed for productivity, leaving graffiti on stone blocks recording their team names. The Friends of Khufu, the Drunkards of Menkor, the Endurers. The graffiti, found inside the pyramid's relieving chambers and in nearby quarry sites, has helped reconstruct the social organization of the project. The most remarkable recent discovery is the Wadi el-Jarf logs, found in 2013 by a French archaeological team led by Pierre Taulet. These are papyri kept by an inspector named Mirror, who supervised a crew of 200 workers transporting limestone from the Tura quarry to the pyramid site. Mirror's daily journals from approximately 2560 BC, the final year of construction, record exactly how the limestone was moved. Boats from Wadi el-Jarf, on the Red Sea, transported quarried limestone up the Nile and into a now-vanished canal that brought stone within meters of the pyramid base. The journals describe the loading, sailing, and unloading in detail. They are the earliest recorded human business documents. Now the construction itself. The pyramid was built primarily of local limestone quarried within a few hundred meters of the construction site. Higher quality casing limestone, originally covering the entire surface to give the pyramid a smooth white appearance, came from the Tura quarry across the Nile. The largest interior blocks, granite from Aswan 800 kilometers south, were used for the king's chamber and weighed up to 80 tons. The granite was transported by Nile barge during flood season. Local stone was quarried using copper chisels and wooden wedges. Wedges driven into prepared crevices and soaked with water would split the limestone along desired lines. Blocks were dressed roughly at the quarry, then transported to the building site by sledge. The Egyptians had no wheels for heavy transport. They used wooden sledges dragged on lubricated tracks. A 2013 experimental study by Daniel Baan at the University of Amsterdam confirmed that wet sand reduces sledge friction by about 50%, making it feasible for relatively small teams to move blocks weighing several tons. Egyptian wall paintings, including the famous painting from the tomb of Jehuti-Hotep at Deir el-Bersha, explicitly show workers pouring water in front of a sledge transporting a giant statue. They knew the trick. The most debated question is how the upper levels were raised. The pyramid is 147 meters tall. Most of the casing material reached its final position at heights between 50 and 150 meters.